Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special Saturday night presentation of the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, week number 5, as the Bulldogs of Berwick travel to Hazleton to take on the Cougars of Hazleton area. You are looking live at Harmon Guy Stadium, home of the Hazleton area Cougars, for this big rivalry matchup here on WILN. I'm Marty Burns, joined as always by the coach Joe DeMelfi. Jim Burns on the stats. And Joe, we've got a Bulldog team coming in at 1-2. They haven't played in 2 weeks due to the COVID-19. Hazleton area coming off a road win over Pittston area. We were here opening drive against Tunkhannock. They went over 90 yards to score. Since then, 7.5 quarters of shutout defense by this Hazleton area team.
When I look at both of these teams, Marty, I look at Berwick's losses, Lake Lehman and Williamsport. And right now, both of those two teams doing exceptionally well. Hazleton area's losses to Crestwood. They're doing very well. The time off for the Bulldogs, they've had a chance to get a few people back from injury. It'll be an interesting matchup.
The opening kickoff brought to you by Barbush Automotive by Luke Russo, taken by Devin Smith at the 11. He's across the 25, and he'll be brought down across the 30-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle was Seth Hunsinger.
Nice coverage by the Hazleton area kickoff return, or kickoff coverage team.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is pleased to be the official sponsor of WILN's Game of the Week. Best of luck to tonight's teams from Lehigh Valley Health Network. Berwick will come out. We haven't seen them yet this year, but they were anticipating having Blaine Cleaver as their quarterback. He is out injured. Ben Knorr in at quarterback, the junior. And their give is to Aiden Mason as he returns to the Berwick lineup, and he gets near first down yardage.
Talked to Coach Carm on Thursday. He mentioned Aiden Mason being back, rehabbing from that injury. Aiden Mason starts the game with about an 8-yard run left side.
2nd and 2. Officially, they said he went out of bounds after an 8-yard gain. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday night here at Harmon Guy Stadium. Before we went on the air, senior night for all the band, cheerleaders, and football team senior members as they were honored pregame. And again, it's Mason, and Mason has a first down and more before he is dragged down shy of midfield. Ryan Mattias on the tackle, not before a Sacco Chiropractic. First down for Aiden Mason.
Mason's a 5'10", 220-pound. Don't know if his weight is up that high at this point in the season, but he's a very strong runner inside.
New set of downs for the Bulldogs at their own 49, 1st and 10. They're going to give again to Mason. He gets stood up after a gain of about 3 by a host of Cougar defenders.
Direct handoff right side. Berwick's using that slot to the right side, and they have a H-back or wing-back, whatever you want to call him, to the left side.
And I know in talking to Coach Bookman, the one player that concerned him, making sure they always had an eye on number 4, Sean Sheptock.
Sean has great speed. He can catch the ball. Again, a slot and a wing. Slot in motion. Going to get to the corner.
And this is Sheptock. He eludes one tackler, and he'll step out of bounds. Looks like they'll have him out inside the 40 at about the 39. That's good for another Sacco Chiropractic first down.
Sheptock, good speed. You saw it there. He was able to get to the corner quickly. Good seal on the corner. Picks up good yardage.
Joe mentioned him early on. The Bulldogs coached by Carmen DiFrancesco in his second year at Berwick, but his 24th overall. Over 160 wins to his credit. First and 10 from the Cougar 39. Now are the Bulldogs. It'll be Mason trying to bounce it outside. The Cougars will bring him down after a gain of about 2. And talk about total opposites. Coach DiFrancesco over 160 yards, Joe. His counter, over 160 wins, excuse me. His counterpart, Dennis Bookman, got career win number 2 last week against Pittston area.
You have the young coach just starting. A lot of enthusiasm. I talked to Coach Carm. Has been in it for a long time. Has done a great job wherever he's been. He is just as enthusiastic. Again, slot, left side, wide receiver, right side for the Bulldogs.
Knorr keeps after he faked it to Mason. He's in open field. Knorr is going to go for a True Italian Guys Pizzeria Bulldog touchdown.
Great job. But I'll tell you what helped Knorr is that fake. And Mason has touched the ball 4 times already. So he made that fake inside the offensive line. Great job. Watch this fake. And then you see, and you know when the fake works? When somebody makes a tackle on the play action, and that's exactly what happened.
Brendan Hinkle, number 18.
Benny Knorr.
Brendan Hinkle is on for the extra point for the Bulldogs.
And a problem with the snap.
It is no good.
No good on the point after. So 9:36 remaining. Honoring the late Eddie Van Halen, taking us out to break. The Bulldogs lead it 6-0.
You can identify.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
The Barbush Automotive kickoff is taken by Matthew Casadas. And Casadas will be dragged down by Tristan English, but not before Casadas will have the Cougars start at their own 38.
Marty Berwick's touchdown. Knorr 37-yard run after a great fake to Mason. Bad snap on the PAT. 6-0, 6 plays, 69 yards. Mason, 4 rushes, 23 yards.
So senior quarterback Kellen Warner on senior night leads his Cougar offense. Trailing 6-0. First and 10 from their own 38. Mattarello will go out in motion. And Warner looks to run. He spins, and Sheptock will bring him down after a gain of about 3. The
Warner.
officials for tonight, Joe, I apologize.
Go
The
ahead.
referee is Harry Caskey. The umpire is Al Williams. Chuck Hannon, the linesman. Chris Basic is the line judge. Chad Obert is tonight's field judge, and the side judge is Kevin Harry.
Warner has run that play a lot. Times we've seen Hazleton. He's able to get up the field very quickly. That time he had to go sideline for several yards before he turned up, so that Bulldogs turned it into a short game.
Warner, pass, complete to Shamani, hit immediately. See where forward progress is made. I believe that was Devin Smith that came up and hit him immediately to hold Shamani About 2 yards shy of the first.
I believe that was Ben Knorr who was up very quickly on the throw and made the tackle.
So leaves the Cougars 3rd and 2 from their own 46. On the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard, first possession for Hazleton area, trailing 6-0. This is Bookman, and he gets stood up, maybe a yard. 4th and short coming up for the Cougars.
Great gang tackling there, and many Bulldogs in on the stop. 4th and short. Let's see what Coach Bookman has in mind.
And he is talking to Kellen Warner on the sidelines. I think they're going to go for it here on 4th and about a yard. Maybe a little bit further than a full yard. But a big play early on in this ball game, trailing 6-0. Here come the Cougars, 4th and a long yard. Bookman is going to be dropped for a loss. First man through, Taji Taylor. To blow up the play, the Bulldog defense holds on downs.
Taylor did a great job up the field right now. Had a little movement on defense, but didn't cross over into the zone, the area where they would throw the flag, so the Bulldogs will take over at the 46-yard line.
Sellers and buyers know that the right agent makes all the difference in the world. Call Realty World. Mossich and Dell at 570-759-6363.
Great job by that Berwick defense led by Taylor.
So leading 6-0, the Bulldogs come out 1st and 10 at the Cougar 46. Mason is tripped up in the backfield. Dante Mattarella on the tackle.
Great job by Mattarella. Backside, was able to penetrate 2 or 3 yards. You're going to see it on the replay. There you see Mattarella. If you're zone blocking that, you have to have the backside take the step to cut that off. Didn't happen.
That replay brought to you by S.J. Kowalski. Officials say maybe he lost half a yard. We'll still call it 2nd and 10. Knorr goes out of the gun. And Knorr fakes, he keeps himself. And again, he's in open field. Knorr with one man to beat. He's going to go 46 yards for a 2 Italian guys pizzeria. Bulldog touchdown.
Couple things here, Marty. Number one, they spread the secondary. 2 wide receivers right. They had a wide receiver left. Knorr's doing a great job handling the ball and making the fake. Right there's the fake that you saw it. And Benjamin Knorr, I tell you what, exhibiting a little bit of speed on both those touchdowns. Putting the ball on the left hash, so they're going to see what they can do on a 2-point conversion. They're up by 12.
Bad snap on the first touchdown caused the missed extra point. Knorr's been out of the gun twice tonight. He scored 2 touchdowns. He's out of the gun on this 2-point conversion. He rolls right, throws low, and incomplete, no good on the 2-point conversion. 6:17 left in the opening quarter. It's 12-0 Bulldogs.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill, Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. You wanted pre-owned cars? We've got the largest selection of pre-owned inventory in the area. Whether you're looking for a family car, a sports car, an SUV, a truck, we've got vehicles as low as $199 a month. If you have good credit, bad credit, come see us. So whether you're looking for a car, a truck, or an SUV, come check out the Big Three on Route 93. And don't forget, you'll always win in Hazleton.
We got the Big Three on Route 93. I'm almost gonna wrap it. Ha ha ha. But just forget this. You always win in Hazleton.
Getting set for a Barbush Automotive kickoff from Brendan Hinkle. Again, a squibbing kick, trying to keep it away from Casatis. Shamani takes it at the 25. And again, Tristan English on special teams comes up and makes the tackle after about a 4-yard return by Shamani.
One thing with that slow kick bouncing down the field, if somebody doesn't field it right away, it gives the coverage team time to get down the field. Marty Knorr, 46-yard touchdown run. Pass failed on the 2-point, 2 plays, 46 yards. Great stop on 4th down and short by that Berwick defense. Bulldogs up by 12.
So the Cougars will have it at their own 29, 1st and 10, trailing 12-0. And this is Ryan Mattias getting the carry as Brian Knorr brings him down after a gain of almost 5.
Brian Knorr, senior, 6'3", 275. You're going to see him on the S.J. Kowalski replay. Right there you see Brian Knorr make that tackle.
I don't know if I'd like 6'3", 275 jumping on my back, Coach.
At this point in my life, I wouldn't for sure.
We'll call it 2nd and 6 for the Cougars. Warner pumps. He's looking for Casatis, and just out of his reach, incomplete. Cougar sideline looking for a flag. They won't get it. On the coverage was Braden Boone.
Boone had pretty decent coverage. Right at the end, he went down and tried to make a tackle. Official, no penalty, so we're looking at 3rd and about 5, maybe a little more than 5, Marty.
And after Governor Wolf has allowed some more people to come to outdoor events, I thought I heard somebody in front of us say that the officials have now missed 2. But we are sitting at the Hazleton area side of the fan base. Warner on 3rd and 6. Throws for Shamani. He's got it for a 1st down and more before he's hauled down at midfield. And Shamani has the Cougar first. Sacco Chiropractic 1st down.
Devin Smith with the tackle. Marty, we always talked about this. We're going to see it on the S.J. Kowalski replay. Marty, you have to know where the 1st down marker is. Devin Smith a little bit too far off the receiver. Warner does a nice job on the throw.
We've seen it earlier this year. Sometimes on 3rd downs, a lot of the time, key 3rd down plays, Warner's looking for Shamani. Here he slings it out to Casatis, but nobody in front of him to block, and that play was blown up by Ben Knorr. Also there, Taylor as well.
Knorr and Taylor were very quick to the ball. In fact, it's going to end up a 2-yard loss. So you see Warner drop back. Casatis really didn't have it. What they're trying to do is get the ball to him quickly so he has some room to get up the field. No room there because of Taylor and Knorr.
Warner, a quarterback draw, straight up the middle, and he is going to be brought down by English, but not before he gets into Berwick territory. With a gain of 6.
Tristan English, good tackle, because if he hadn't tackled him, Warner would have been up the field quickly to the line of scrimmage.
Call it 3rd and 6 from the 46. Cougars again go no huddle, and then check with the sideline for the play. Warner being pressured, and he is going to be sacked. First one through that had a hand on him was Spencer Kishbaugh. He got away from Kishbaugh, but then his friends in white jerseys brought Warner down.
On the replay, you'll see it. Warner, right now is when he should be throwing that ball. The routes don't have to be 40-yarders yet. 3rd and about 12. held on to the ball, and finally the Berwick defense got there.
Russo on for a BLB Auto Sales punt. Gets it off, end-over-end kick. That is fumbled, but corralled by Isaac Tripp. OIP's, the original Italian pizza and family restaurant, 2010. West Front Street in Berwick. Call 570-752-6070 for your curbside pickup.
I've done that several times. Curbside pickup.
Well, and you also seem to enjoy the food.
I try not to eat before I get home, and my wife has nothing.
So then you go curbside pickup.
I go curbside pickup.
We'll have to keep that in mind because we are going to be in Berwick next week.
Slot again, Marty, with the lone wide receiver short side.
This is Mason trying to stretch it to the outside, and he'll run out of bounds.
Mason on the carry.
Looked like he pulled up. Now, he's had some problems with his hamstring. Good blocking down the field by Sheptok. But Mason looked like he pulled up just a little. Be interesting to watch him as he tried to get to the corner.
Looks like they gave him a gain of 4 to the 27. And as you mentioned that, Joe, Mason stayed on the sideline. Looks like Logan Smith is checked in for him wearing number 10. This will be Sheptok. And he's brought down for a loss. Who else but Seth Hunsinger making a big play defensively?
Hunsinger just made a great play on the punt coverage team here. He gets up the field off that block. The offensive tackle never got his head outside. Hunsinger up the field does a good job on the tackle of Sheptok. Trying to run that same play that they ran earlier, Sheptok picked up pretty decent yardage.
A loss of 6 on the play will leave the Bulldogs with a 3rd and 12. Jim Burns points out the first 3rd down of the night for this Berwick offense, and it's 3rd and very long. 3 receivers set, 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. And Coach DiFrancesco does not like what he sees. He takes a timeout. His dogs are
BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive. BLB has deals that can't be beat. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Barbush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Check out their specials: oil change and filter, just $19.95. Alignment, $49.95. Professional and good people. Call 570-454-7571.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Welcome back to the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. Berwick leading 12-0 after the Bulldog timeout. They are faced with 3rd down and 12.
Came out with 2 receivers the left side, changed it to trips right, and they try to get Noah up the field. Looks like he dropped the ball. Let's see what...
Looked like Bugda got in on the tackle and may have forced the fumble. Could be a key break for Hazleton. I believe Ryan Matthews on the recovery. At 53, Bugda forced the fumble. Matthews on the recovery.
Ball came out. Matthews right there. Noor tried to fake and go to the left side. He's been successful with that. Nothing there.
And Joe, I'm not a patient person.
We'll have it 1st and 10 on the Berwick.
You get a turnover in short territory like this, I'm always looking for the home run first down.
Well, there's a couple of things, Marty. Early in the ball game, I don't know if you want to throw it up. Hazleton comes out with 2-back set.
See, that's why I don't coach. They give it to Bookman. Bookman breaks one tackle, and he is going to be hauled down after a gain of about 9 by Taylor. They may even give him the first down. It'll depend on the spot.
S.J. Kowalski running a little bit. The great block on the corner. Kicked the defensive end out, and Buckman's able to get it up the field.
For the Cougars.
And it is officially ruled a 10-yard gain for Bookman, and that means it was a Sacco chiropractic first down.
Same set, Marty.
Bookman this time will go right, trying to stretch it out. Berwick does a great job, and that's Ben Noor leading the charge to sling him out of bounds for a loss.
I'll tell you what, Marty. Trying to get some speed. Bookman trying to get to the corner. Berwick did an excellent job of keeping the play flat to the sideline. Bookman ended up losing.
It's a loss of 5 on the play.
So it'll be 2nd and 15 from the 19, but I am reminded for the first time tonight, the Cougars in the Grand Central red zone. On the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard, approaching a minute 15 and counting left in the opening quarter, Hazleton area trailing 12-0. Has the ball at the Berwick 19. Warner pumps, looking for Shamani, and out of his reach, incomplete. Closer to it, and the coverage was Brain Boone.
I'll tell you what, Boone did a nice job. Didn't go for the fake at all. Good coverage by Boone on that single receiver side.
And don't be surprised if Hazleton area does not look to get all 15 back here. Remember the asset they have in Luke Russo. They may say, let's get 7 or 8, and maybe we'll take the field goal.
You'd like to, inside the red zone, you'd like to come away with points, whether it be 6, 7, 3.
Clock is stopped with 1:07 remaining in the opening quarter. Cougars down 12-0.
Trips to the left side, Marty, deep in the middle.
Casadas goes up. He's got it for A2. Italian Guys Pizzeria. Cougar touchdown.
Cougar touchdown.
Casadas ran that shallow post right in front of he went right in front of the Berwick defender. Defender never went with him. Touchdown for the Cougars. Nice throw by Warner.
And Luke Russo is on the kick, but this for the extra point. It is up and good. 1:01 left in the opening quarters. Cougars on the board, trailing 12-7.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton, has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium after the Cougars recover the fumble at the Berwick 24. They answer with a touchdown. Trail 12-7. Russo on for a Barbush Automotive kickoff. And this kick will take a roll and takes a Cougar roll. We're triple taken at the 10. Being chased from behind And Tripp will be brought down at about the 15-yard line. Good coverage by the Cougars special teams.
Marty Hazleton score. Cusatis 19-yard pass from Warner. Russo kick good. 4 plays. 131. Mattis had the fumble recovery. The Berwick defender had Cusatis run right across his face, but he never went with him. Cusatis, little bit of a gap there, and Warner hit him.
1st and 10 at the 15 for the Bulldogs, leading by 5. Knorr under center. And he's looking to pass, and he's going to be sacked. Max Barrett brought him down for a loss of about 10.
What's different right now is look at the fake. Nothing there. Up the field very quickly. If Knorr doesn't get rid of that ball quickly, he's in trouble. It's Mason.
And looking at both clocks, the Bulldogs do not have to run another play if Coach DiFrancesco does not elect to do so. And it looks like the Bulldogs will head to the sidelines. An action-packed opening quarter on this Saturday night from Harmon Guy Stadium. Through 1, Berwick 12, Hazleton area 7. You're watching live high school football in the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week here on W1.
We've seen the concern in your eyes. You're scared, nervous, want to know if it's safe. The answer is yes. At LVHN, you'll see the extraordinary steps we take to get you the care you need safely. At all our facilities, you'll see temperature checks for everyone, that we sanitize every surface, and yes, you'll see that masks are required. What we look forward to seeing is relief in your eyes. Lehigh Valley Health Network. Your health deserves a partner.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
And as we look at the scoreboard, they had to remind the timekeeper that this was not basketball. Second quarter would not be 8 minutes, but 12. As we start the second, Berwick facing a 2nd and 20 from their own 5. With the Bulldogs leading 12-7.
Marty, first quarter, Hazleton with 50 total yards. The Bulldogs 105, 2 big runs by Knorr. 14 plays to 12 Bulldogs' favor. Time of possession, 6:37 Bulldogs, 5:23 Cougars.
And Hazleton area again not fooled on the first man getting the football. Host of red jerseys bring him down for a loss of about 2. That was Aiden Mason. Joe, he has returned. We look at him on the S.J. Kowalski replay.
Nothing right side. There you see it. Mason met immediately in the backfield, tried to bounce outside. Nothing there.
And who else on senior night but Seth Hunsinger has played a great first quarter and opening play.
Very active defensively. He's made some very nice tackles and good stops.
3rd and 22 for the Bulldogs from their own 3. They're going to toss it to Sheptock. He's trying to get out of the end zone. I don't think he did. It is a safety.
Tried to run a toss to Sheptock, which has been fairly successful. That time they ran it to the short side of the field, ran out of space. Good job by the Hazleton defense. Safety for the Cougars.
So what'll happen now, we'll end up with a free kick.
By a free kick, Marty, you mean either the kickoff or the punt. Here you see. Here you see the play. There's the pitch. Short side of the field.
Getting there first was Ryan Matthews, and then Bugda came and helped push him out of bounds.
Matthews just is the person that caused the safety. So the Cougars pull within 3.
Jimmy's Quick Lunch, home of the Jimmy Dog, 123 Sprout Street in Hazleton. Stop and enjoy the best hot dog in Northeast PA. You can't come to Hazleton without stopping at Jimmy's Quick Lunch for the famous Jimmy Dog, now celebrating 81 years at the same location, Jimmy's Quick Lunch. First Keystone Community Bank, proud to support Berwick football and proud to be your local hometown bank for over 155 years. First Keystone Community Bank, banking built just for you. So it looks like Hinkle's going to come out and kick it away. So with him putting the tee down, let's give credit. We'll call it the Barbush Automotive free kick.
Hinkle will tee it up at the 20. Looks like good field position should be obtained by this Hazleton area kick return team. Hinkle bangs one.
And it's going to be picked up by Bookman at the 25. Matthew Bookman across the 40. He's in the Berwick territory. Bookman will be brought down from behind by Devin Smith. But a flag is down near midfield. We'll await the flag and the call from Harry Caskey.
Good kick by Hinkle. He's been bouncing him down there. That time he got a foot into it. Usually on this, Marty, you're looking at a block in the back, so let's see what happens.
Didn't see a call yet from Harry Caskey.
Blocking back against the Cougars.
And there you go, blocking the back against the Cougars, so that'll bring them back to their own 40, where they'll go first and 10. 10:55 left in the second quarter on this Saturday night. A little bit of an unusual night to playing high school football. A little bit of an unusual score, 12-9, Bulldogs in front. Cougars get it after the great stand defensively. Matthews and Bugda combining on the safety. As the Cougars trailed 12-0, have scored 9 in a row to cut it to 3. This is Bookman looking for some running room, and Ben Knorr, very impressed with him both sides of the football, Joe, but it seemed like he just got a hold of Bookman and he just brought him down immediately.
Knorr playing well for the Bulldogs. They held Bookman there. The defense led by Knorr to a 3-yard gain. First quarter, heavy dose of Aiden Mason enabled the Bulldogs to come up with 2 quick scores. Since then, they have been very quiet offensively.
2nd and 7 for the Cougars. Play action. Warner, he's looking for Casadas. Got him! They say incomplete. He was out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, decent coverage, and you're going to see it again. Mendez Tejada. Right there, good throw by Warner. And Casadas did great job with concentration.
Boy, that left foot looked like it was in. Now, the only thing I would say, did he have control of the ball as he went out of bounds?
And I think that's probably the official was right there. I couldn't tell from the replay. So 3rd down and about 7.
But what a great throw by Warner. If Casadas wasn't getting, nobody else was.
I'll tell you what, Warner's getting better. There's no doubt about it.
4 receivers set on 3rd and 7. Looks left. Looks to his right, Pass caught. Complete at midfield.
It's going to be interesting spot.
Casatis on the catch. They're saying it's a first down. It's a Sacco Chiropractic Cougar first down.
I'll tell you, great route by Casatis. Good throw by Warner. Coverage wasn't bad, just a second too late. Here you see Warner, three-step and then shuffles. Makes the throw, and Casatis had the first down. Again, Mendez Tejada with the coverage.
This is Bookman. Bookman right up the middle. Lowering his shoulder inside the 40, but a flag is down. A Berwick player lost a helmet. A lot going on that play behind. And it's going to be a penalty against the Cougars, says Harry Caskey. A hold.
Through the flag right at the line of scrimmage, which leads you to believe it would be a holding call. So we're looking at
ball be marked at the 40 of Hazleton area, making it first down and 20.
Little discussion by one of the coaches, which I have to tell him that you can't win. Had several of those.
How many did you win, Coach?
I was 0 for about 25, I think.
But I'll tell you what, you've been unbeaten for how many years up here with us?
Oh, I'm undefeated up here. I like it. Trips left side.
Bookman in the backfield with Warner out of the gun. Warner looks left, being pressured. Tried to escape, but I believe Taylor was the one to come up and bring him down for a sack and a loss of 6.
I tell you, they had a receiver at 10, they had a receiver at 15, and then a receiver down the field. Never could find one that he felt comfortable throwing to. And finally, the Bulldogs bring him down. Looked like Taylor was in the mix along with several other Berwick players.
Tajee Taylor also an impressive sight, 6'3", 215. Plays both tight end and linebacker tonight for the Bulldogs. Warner, quick drop, pumped. Now he's looking, and he is going to be brought down. They were again going to try to get Casatis.
Casatis ran like a out and up, and Warner made the fake to the short man. They were hoping Casatis would be able to get downfield and Warner would have time to throw it. He did not.
We'll call it 3rd and 27. Back-to-back sacks by the Bulldog defense. Cougars have to get all the way to the Berwick 40 for a first.
I think once you feel like your offense is in sync, you're going to try to go down the field. Yeah, you can't forget about that 10 to 15-yard pass.
This will be Bookman on a draw. And Bookman will be brought down by Hunter Maddle.
The Berwick defense had plenty of room to bend a little bit, and that's what they did. Brought down Bookman after a couple of yards, so it's 4th and 20. Well, just short of 20.
So Russo will come out for a BLB Auto Sales punt. And Russo gets off the line drive kick that takes a Cougar roll and will go out of bounds at about the 15-yard line of Berwick. Bulldogs will take over there with 7:41 left in the half. High school football brought to you by the Forge Pub and Eatery, located at the corner of 11th and Mulberry Streets in Berwick. They're offering food before, during, and after the game. Stop in to the Forge Pub and Eatery, 11th and Mulberry Street in Berwick.
And we will be in Berwick next week, Marty, for the Bulldogs' first home game.
Great segue, Coach. That tells us that in week number 6 of the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, we head to Crispin Field as the Bulldogs, in their home opener, as Coach mentioned, will be playing the Wolf Pack of Wilkes-Barre area. We'll be on the air next Friday night at 7 from Berwick. Bulldogs, Wolfpack here on WILN, the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. And this time, Knorr faked and kept, but the Cougar defense would not be fooled. I believe that was Johan Robles that led the Cougar charge.
And they hurt him a couple of times with that play. And there you see, Fake was very nonchalant.
Second and 10 for Berwick.
Linemen were able to key in on Knorr. Nothing there.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 15. Coming up at the half, we'll have a halftime performance from the Hazleton Area High School Marching Band. Get a look at halftime stats compiled by Jim Burns. And first half highlights all coming up in another 7 minutes of game action. Knorr looking to pass, being pressured. And he is going to be brought down for a loss of about a yard.
Got to do a better job on pass blocking if you're going to throw the quick ball, which I think Knorr wanted to do. Watch him here. He comes up very quickly. Looks like he wants to make that throw, but nothing there. And then he had somebody up the field. Knorr was sacked. 3rd down and 11.
They've kicked it off in South Bend, and the Fighting Irish, who have not played in 2 weeks, apparently looking that way, have fumbled on their opening possession, giving it to Florida State.
Surprised they don't try to get Knorr to the corner here. Maybe then give him some opportunity to throw. He has wide field left.
3rd and 11. He's going to give it to Sheptock. They're going to come on an end around. And I believe that was Devin Smith.
It was a reverse. They gave to Sheptock. Sheptock gave to Smith. Turned it up the field. Here you're going to see it. There you see.
That was Isaac Tripp that got the carry. And Connor Kundrat, coming off a big game defensively last week for Hazleton Area, made the tackle.
Tripp almost made the first down. About 3 yards short of the Bulldogs with 5:20 left into the second quarter. We'll punt it away.
We have a BLB Auto Sales punt. High booming kick by Sheptock, but it goes out of bounds, and the Cougars will get it in Berwick territory. Just shy, looks like they'll mark it right at the 45 of Berwick. 5:08 remaining in the opening half. Cougars down 12-9. Starting Wednesday, it'll be the weekly premiere of Sports Talk at 7 o'clock. Your weekly source for Hazleton Area High School football. Join head coach Dennis Bookman as he goes over tonight's Berwick game. A look ahead of a short week of their final road trip to Dallas. And a special guest from the Cougar football program. That's Sports Talk starting Wednesday at 7 here on WILN with Hazleton Area head coach Dennis Bookman.
Berwick's defense been on the field a lot, Marty, here in the second quarter. Power look out of that pistol.
And Bookman pushes forward for about 4 yards. Leave the Cougars with a 2nd and 6. They have all 3 timeouts remaining on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard as the clock has gone under 5 minutes. 12:03 remaining in the opening quarter at South Bend. Florida State turned the turnover into a field goal. It's 3-0 Seminoles.
2nd and 6 for the Cougars. Pistol look by Warner.
Movement up front, and they're going to say that the lineman did go into the neutral zone for Berwick, and this should end up being 2nd and 1 for Hazleton Area offensively.
We saw that movement earlier, but he never got to the neutral zone. But that time the defender did, rocked forward. So we're looking at 2nd and 1.
Warner will get the play in. The play clock down to 10 on 2nd and 1. Down to 5 to 3. And they get it off as Bookman gets the first down and more. Sheptalk was the first to hit him, and then he is thrown back by Taylor.
Sean Sheptalk came up very strong to make that hit. Bookman picked up the first down. And as you're going to see it right here, right side, and there you see Sheptalk with the hit, and then helped by several of his teammates.
And that run by Bookman was good for a Sacco Chiropractic first down. Ball be marked at the Berwick 30. 3.5 minutes remaining in the opening half. Cougars down 3.
I'm going to mention again, defense been on the field a long time for the Bulldogs. We have 3:20 left. Second quarter.
Casadas in motion to the top of your screen. The give is to Bookman. Bookman lowers his shoulder again as he gains about 6 to the 24.
Bookman doing a nice job running off the right side. Good blocking up front by the Cougar offensive line. Tried to use Casadas across the formation to give the linebacker something else to look at. And then Bookman came back in the other direction.
As I'm being reminded, the replays tonight, as always, brought to you by S.J. Kowalski. Bookman up the middle again. Taylor hit him, and also coming to make the play. Matt Lazinski as well on the play.
Taylor and then Lazinski, and made a good stop there for the Bulldog defense. Third down and short. We're looking probably at 4-down territory for the Cougars as Coach Bookman sends in the play.
Cougars, to remind you, with all 3 timeouts remaining here in the opening half on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard, approaching 2 minutes remaining in the opening half, down 3.
Power look out of that pistol.
Bookman lowers his shoulder, got pushed back, but I think forward progress is going to be enough. And Harry Caskey says, yes, it's a Sacco Chiropractic first down.
1:50 on the clock as the Cougars are pounding that ball right now, right at the Bulldogs. Bulldogs giving up ground grudgingly.
And with the ball marked at the 20, the Cougars again in the Grand Central red zone. Approaching 1.5 minutes and counting left in the opening half. Berwick leading 12-9.
Double slot motion, single back.
Option. Pitch to Bookman. Berwick read it well, but Bookman lowered his shoulder and did all he could to gain 4.
Bookman's a sophomore, 6 foot. Have him listed at 185, Marty. He's been running the ball extremely well.
Last minute of play in the opening half. So time now becoming an issue. And I think with that being said, Hazleton area will take a timeout. We'll keep it here with 54.3 seconds remaining in the opening half. Cougars will have a 2nd and 8 from the 17.
Marty, one of the things that there's second, they have 2 timeouts. The Cougars do. It's 2nd down, which is almost immaterial at this point. They need 8 yards for the first, but I'm sure you're looking now as Coach Bookman talks to his offense, you're looking for a score. I expect them to come out with wide field left, trips or maybe a slot out there. If they do anything, they're going to try to stretch the secondary, maybe hit Bookman quick. Run the option, that's a possibility to wide field. Let's see what Coach Bookman came up with.
Well, we got a moment. A quick strike by Notre Dame has the Irish up 7-3. 10:43 left in the opening quarter. I'm sure Coach Flanagan very happy. Warner looking for Casadas, and it is intercepted by Sheptalk. Sheptalk up the sideline. Cuts it back, and Molesky will bring him down, but not before a 50-yard return out of the end zone by Sheptock.
One of the things, Marty, threw in the double coverage. Number one, tried to get it to the corner of the end zone. Great play by Sean Sheptock. There you see it. Sheptock and Ben Knorr, and Sheptock stays in bounds. Could have dropped to his knee, but he saw a wide field in front of him. Excellent defensive play.
So now all of a sudden, let's switch the board. 38 seconds left for the Bulldogs. 2 timeouts remaining. Ball marked at their own 45.
After that break, after that great play on defense, I'm not doing too much to try to cause a turnover. He has 38 seconds. Maybe a trick play or something, but he just escaped. Wasn't crazy about the Hazleton call, Marty. I think that they were pounding it at him. I know they only had 50 seconds, but a little patience right there would have helped him. Plus, they got Russo, who could have tied the game. But
and I believe Berwick is going to be called for delay of the game as the play clock went down to 0. So now, just as we talked about, you thought the odds were pretty nil that they were going to do anything here with 38 seconds. Now you're at first and 15
5 yards
to start the drive. And I think that decreases the odds even more.
Officials, Harry Caskey and the umpire, I believe, having a discussion. Now he's talking to the Berwick sideline, it looks like.
So Knorr will go out of the gun. He's got Mason to his left on 1st and 15 from the 40. Knorr is looking to pass. He's going downfield and incomplete. Kundrat on the coverage. I believe that might have been Tripp that he was looking for down the sideline.
If you're going to throw it, that's a good throw to make. Right on the sideline. Let the receiver make a great catch or out of bounds. Don't throw it inside so that the defender has a chance to intercept it.
So 2nd and 15 from the 40. 5.3 seconds went off the clock on that play. 32.7 as you see on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Bulldogs 2 timeouts in their pocket. And they're going to give it to Mason. And Robles there again defensively to bring him down.
Immediately by a host of
And
Cougars.
Molesky leaves the field holding his left arm. We'll have to keep an eye on that. And I think Coach Bookman took his 2nd timeout.
Again, great play defensively by the Cougars. They had several players up the field. That is the 2nd timeout. What you try to do here is force a
False start on a play, moves the ball back to the 35-yard line.
I apologize, they didn't take a timeout. It was a penalty against Berwick that marched them back now to the 35. Now Coach DiFrancesco wants a timeout.
Berwick takes their second timeout of the half.
15 seconds remaining. They may have been able to just get out of here without having to run another play, Joe. Very interesting timeout taken by Coach DiFrancesco with 2nd and 20.
Maybe wants to emphasize or re-emphasize, take care of the ball. We don't want to do anything here, put it on the ground, have them pick it up and run it in for a touchdown. Aiden Mason, who was very active in the first quarter, really since then has not been able to get the ball up the field. Strong penetration by that defensive front. I'm sure the Bulldogs will look at that at halftime.
And the officials came over to the sideline and added 2.6 seconds. So it's 17.6 remaining here in the half on 2nd and 20. And Knorr is looking to pass. Now he's going to run, and he is going to be brought down by Hunsinger after a short gain.
Benny Knorr wanted to throw it again deep. Nothing there.
Down by Ryan Matthews.
And that looks like it'll be the final play
of
the opening half. Very interesting opening half of football. Berwick 12, Hazleton area 9 coming up at the half. We'll hear from the Hazleton Area High School Marching Band. Get a look at halftime stats compiled by Jim Burns. A look at first half highlights. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week here on WYLN.
The future is ours to see.
CARES has immediate openings for life-sharing providers to mentor and provide care in their homes for an adult with intellectual disabilities.
Chris and I have known each other for 10 years, and it was suggested to us that we might want to try life sharing. We have done that, and it's worked well for us.
I like the experience life share gives me in the companionship.
If you would like to learn more, call CARES at 866-CARES-VIP.
If you're seeing this commercial and need internet or improved internet, there is a solution. It's the 21st century. Stop living in the past with slow speeds. Let us help you. Please call 570-453-2667, extension 1130. Please leave your name, phone number, and address. We'll confirm availability and be back in touch with you as soon as possible with a great solution to your slow internet.
BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive. BLB has deals that can't be beat. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Barbush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Check out their specials: oil change and filter, just $19.95. Alignment, $49.95. Professional and good people. Call 570-454-7571.
We welcome you back to Harmon Geist Stadium on this Saturday night. We thank you for joining us for live high school football here on WYLN. It is the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, and in this rivalry game, the Berwick Bulldogs leading the Cougars of Hazleton area by a score of 12-9. In that opening half, we had 2 first downs that were very big in this ball game. Berwick jumped out to a 12-0 lead, had the football, and a James Bugda fumble strip that was recovered by Ryan Matthews gave Hazleton area a 24-yard field. They turned it into their first score. Got it down to 12-9 after a safety defensively. And then the Cougars were marching at the end of the half, and a big interception by Sean Sheptock has kept the Berwick Bulldogs in front by 3.
Yeah, I think that maybe a little impatience on the part of the Cougars with that pass into the end zone. Warner tried to make an exact throw under double coverage, and Sheptock made a great play.
And currently on the field, as you can see, the Hazleton Area High School marching band. And we are just about set. It looks like they are ready. So let's head down field level. And this is the Hazleton Area High School Marching Cougars.
Just proud to present the Hazleton Area Marching Cougars.
Christ. That has been the Hazleton Area High School Marching Cougars with part of their halftime performance. Outstanding as usual. We are at the half with the score. Berwick 12, Hazleton Area 9. Coming up next, we'll get a look at halftime stats compiled by Jim Burns, as well as first half highlights. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week on WILN.
We've seen the concern in your eyes. You're scared, nervous, want to know if it's safe. The answer is yes. At LVHN, you'll see the extraordinary steps we take to get you the care you need safely. At all our facilities, you'll see temperature checks for everyone, that we sanitize every surface, and yes, you'll see that masks are required. What we look forward to seeing is relief in your eyes. Lehigh Valley Health Network. Your health deserves a partner.
Hey guys, it's Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Welcome to Jeep Adventure Days and Ram Power Days, where you can save over $10,000 on select Rams and save over $7,000 on Jeep Cherokees. So come check out these selections that we have in Dodge products, pride and power. And you wanted pre-owned cars? We've got the largest selection of pre-owned inventory in the area. So come on down to Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, check out the huge selection. And remember this, you'll always win in Hazleton.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium at the half. Berwick leading Hazleton Area 12-9. This is the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week here on WILN. Jim Burns has compiled halftime stats, and here they are. For the visiting Bulldogs of Berwick, they had 4 first downs, 108 yards rushing, none passing, so 108 total yards offensively. Hazleton Area 6 first downs, 40 yards rushing, 44 through the air for 84 total yards. Each team with a turnover apiece that we mentioned in the last segment, critical in this ball game. Berwick 3 penalties, 15 yards. The Cougars 2 for 20. And a key stat, Berwick, since Norris scored for the second time to put them up 12-0 at 6:17 of the first quarter, the Bulldog offense has run 11 plays for -7 yards, no first downs, and they also gave up a safety, and that was in the last 5 minutes and 10 seconds that they've had the football.
I think there's a couple of things, Marty. Number one, Aiden Mason does not look as effective as he did in the first quarter, and I'm wondering whether that hamstring he dealt with earlier has flared up. In the second quarter, really, the Berwick offense was very, very quiet. Defense on the field a lot.
Highlights coming up.
And we are ready to get a look at the first half highlights. The Bulldogs took the opening possession. They would go 69 yards in 6 plays. starting with his Aiden Mason run that would get them a first down. Mason carried the ball 4 times, 23 yards in that opening possession. But then Ben Knorr would fake it to Mason and then would go untouched, 37 yards for the opening score of the night. Bad snap on the point after, kept it 6-0 Berwick. Then Hazleton area would get the ball offensively, and on 4th and short, Tyjee Taylor would come up and make the stop on Matthew Bookman, which would lead to a 2-play, 46-yard drive that took 50 seconds. Knorr again on a fake would go 46 yards straight up the middle. After 83 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns, the Bulldogs were up 12-0 as they would attempt to go for 2, and that would be incomplete. Matthew Bookman on the coverage looking for Sheptalk. Then the first turnover of the night, James Bugda right there would force the fumble. Ryan Matthews would make the recovery. The Cougars would have a short field of 24 yards. Bookman would go for 10. Then the Cougars would lose yardage and it would go back to the 19, and Warner would find sophomore Matthew Casadas, who would use his athletic ability to leap up and make the catch in front of Sheptalk for the touchdown. Point after was good. It was 12-7 Berwick at this point. Then on 3rd and long, a toss to Sheptalk in the end zone. Ryan Matthews would not allow him to get out, and James Bugda forced him out of bounds in the end zone. A safety gave the Cougars 2 to make it 12-9. That's where we stand at the half. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. Bulldogs up 3. You're watching it live here on WILN.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton has the healthcare you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
Have an electrical problem? Call the Wire Guys. Need lights installed? Call the Wire Guys. Anything and everything electrical, big or small. Our rigorously trained licensed electricians are fully screened, always on time, work neat, clean, and thorough. The Wire Guys. We're here 24/7, 365. All of our work is guaranteed 100%. When you need electrical work, you need Wire Guys.
Turn your existing connected devices into motion sensors. Plume. Know your home's every move.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium, getting set for third quarter action. The Bulldogs back on the field, awaiting the Cougars' return. Some individual stats for Jim Burns while we have a moment. Ben Knorr for Berwick, 7 carries, 77 yards, accounting for their 2 touchdowns. Aiden Mason, 7 carries, 24 yards. Isaac Tripp, 1 carry, 9 yards. Knorr officially only 0 for 1 passing. For Hazleton area, Matthew Bookman, 12 carries, 40 yards. Ryan Matthews, 1 for 5. Kellen Warner is 5 of 9 passing for 44 yards, an interception and a touchdown. Matthew Casadas, 3 catches, 23 yards and a touchdown. Connor Shamani, 2 catches, 21 yards. Cougars have gotten the play advantage and time of possession advantage. Cougars run 27 plays to Berwick's 18, and Hazleton area has had the ball. You mentioned a lot of time with it in that second quarter. 14-28 in that opening half. Berwick only had it for 9:32. Third down conversions, Berwick was 0 for 4. Hazleton area 4 of 7, and the Cougars 0 for 1 on fourth down. I'd like to thank once again the Third Base Luncheonette for supplying our crew meal tonight, as they have all season long and for so many seasons on WYLN. Many thanks to the Third Base Luncheonette, located just off of 9th Street here in Hazleton.
I think in the second half, Marty, you have to look at Berwick offensively and see what they feel that they can do. Use the rushing of Aiden Mason in the first quarter. Ben Knorr was able to pick up 2 touchdowns off the fakes to Mason. And we talked about the second quarter where their offense really did not come up with any yardage. Great play by Sean Sheptock in the end zone when the Cougars were driving, saved the Bulldogs, and a very good return. Hazleton area will receive the kickoff to start the second half.
And Joe, remember when we mentioned Kevin Molesky leaving the field holding his left arm at the end of that first half? He has come back on the field with an ice pack on his shoulder, and it doesn't look like he has his pads on, and he did not come out with his helmet. That would lead me to believe we will not see Kevin Molesky come this second half. So, as we hear so many times in so many different sports, Joe, next man up.
Well, and Molesky has been a banger, tackle to tackle for the Cougars from the fullback position. He's also done a nice job from the linebacker position, so they're going to miss him. But you're right, Marty. Can't think about that as we look at Coach Carm on the sideline talking to, I believe that was Bo Orlando, the athletic director. Like I said, offensively, it'll be interesting to see what the Bulldogs come up with as we wind down to the start of the second half.
And as we mentioned, Hazleton to get the ball to start the third. Waning moments in the opening quarter in South Bend. Another Notre Dame turnover leading to points has Notre Dame now in front 14-10 over Florida State. Should be able to get home to see the end of that ball game. I know you're looking forward to maybe seeing the end of Miami and Clemson.
Like to see if Miami is for real, as they say. They've played pretty well here in the early part of the collegiate season. Clemson, obviously, the mark now where everybody wants to get, so we'll see if Miami has made any strides in that direction.
So, junior Brendan Hinkle, wearing number 18, will trot out for the Barbush Automotive kickoff to start the second half. Casadas, Bookman go back deep for Hazleton area. On previous kickoffs, they've been short, squibbing kicks from Hinkle. We'll see if that strategy continues on this one. And third quarter is underway, and again, a squibbing kick that'll be picked up by Bookman at the 19. He's across the 25 and across the 30, and he leans forward. A nice return by Bookman out to the 36, a return of 17 with about the last 5 being pure effort.
Hazleton starting their offense 36-yard line their own. Bulldogs defense getting a rest at halftime, but they're back on the field to start the third quarter.
If you're just joining us, start of the third quarter, opening possession. Hazleton area in the red going from left to right on your screen. Bookman gets the carry. Straight up the middle for about 3.
Bookman has done a nice job tonight, as I said earlier, with help from that offensive line. Right side, he picks up a couple. Berwick defensively is playing pretty well, Marty. They've done a nice job up front, and again in secondary, Norris played well. Sheptock has come up with some huge plays. Taylor also.
Warner to pass. Looking, I think, for Price, and it was batted down, incomplete.
Tipped at the line of scrimmage. Somebody had their hands up, didn't get a number on that, but incompleted. So we'll look at a third down here as we're going to take a look at the S.J. Kowalski replay right at the line of scrimmage. As I said, one of those linemen had their hands up, which you're supposed to do when you're rushing unless you're in a move.
It almost looked like in the middle of that line might have been Brian Knorr, 57, that got his left hand up and batted it down. 3rd and 7 after the incompletion. Warner going downfield for Magnus and out of his reach, incomplete. The defender had fallen down, and it was just out of the reach of Evan Magnus, incomplete.
Chance for a big score there as the Berwick defender did fall down. You're going to see him right there on the ground. Couldn't quite get his hands on it. Magnus made an effort.
So Russo is on for the BLB Auto Sales punt. And it's going to be very close. A flag is going to be down. I thought it was going to be very close to whether Tripp had his hands on the punt or not before being hit by Maston. Flag comes down, and this is probably going to be punt catch interference.
Great coverage. Problem being you still, under the rule change, you still have to give the receiver a chance to catch the ball. That didn't happen. So we're looking at a conference right now, so let's see what they call. The flag was thrown, and you and I both think that it's a interference with the punt returner.
And it's that split-second timing, but I think Maston may have just been a step ahead.
I do too, Marty. I think he was.
And like I said, I thought from up here, Maston may have just been a slight step ahead of making the play on Tripp, forcing the fumble, or muff punt, if you will.
Yeah. Ball was still in the air when he made that tackle, so the Bulldogs will start their offense at their own 42. Good field position, as I said earlier. Interested to see what changes they made at halftime.
Knorr looking to pass and overshot his intended receiver, Devin Smith. Three red jerseys were around him, incomplete.
Smith tried to come across the middle. Like you said, good coverage. Knorr looked like he had his mind made up on Smith, and that was that. So that short, Smith was at about 8 yards. That short pass was incomplete.
Norr threw one pass officially in that opening half. Starts the second with his second. 2nd and 10, Norr goes under center. And this is Aiden Mason, and he is brought down after a gain of about 4. I believe that was Ryan Mattis on the tackle.
Quick hitter to Mason. Ran a dive off that option look and picked up a couple of yards. That's the first really positive yardage we've seen from the line of scrimmage from the Bulldogs since the first quarter.
Got a great look at that S.J. Kowalski replay. Mattias was there, but credit the tackle to Connor Kundrat. Mentioned Molesky out of this lineup for Hazleton area in the second half. So we're seeing other players step up in the linebacker position for Hazleton area. 3rd and 6 for the Bulldogs. Sheptock trying to get to the outside. And he is going to be hit and dropped for a loss. Connor Kundrat on the play.
Sheptock has great speed, but if he can't turn up the field, he's not going to be able to use it. He's flat here. He's flat. He's still flat. Here he tries to decide to go inside up the field very quickly to bring him down, so the Bulldogs will punt it away. Ball on the 45.
Sheptock tonight, Joe, 4 carries, -3. So Hazleton area, we said, would have their attention on number 4. This is a BLB Auto Sales punt by Sheptock. Hazleton area says get away from it, and it takes a Bulldog roll and will be down just shy of the 20. High school football on WILN is brought to you by The Forge Pub and Eatery, located at the corner of 11th and Mulberry Streets in Berwick. They're offering food before, during, and after the game. Stop in to The Forge Pub and Eatery, located at the corner of 11th and Mulberry Streets in Berwick. Sellers and buyers know that the right agent makes all the difference in the world. Call Realty World. Mossich and Dell at 570-759-6363. 1st and 10, Hazleton area down 3. Some confusion in the backfield, and Kellen Warner wants to take a timeout. Cougars down 3.
Have an electrical problem? Call the Wire Guys. Need lights installed? Call the Wire Guys. Anything and everything electrical, big or small. Our rigorously trained licensed electricians are fully screened, always on time, work neat, clean, and thorough. The Wire Guys. We're here 24/7, 365. All of our work is guaranteed 100%. When you need electrical work, you need Wire Guys.
Turn your existing connected devices into motion sensors. Plume. Know your home's every move.
And some confusion in the formation for Hazleton area led to a timeout. 9:02 remaining in the third. They are down 3. They have 1st and 10. Warner gives to Bookman. Bookman still on his feet and finally is pushed down after a gain of 5 and almost 6.
Sprint draw look by the Cougars. Warner sprinted right, gave it to Bookman going back to his left.
Coach, don't get excited. I don't think there's anybody going to post.
I thought we were going.
The Preakness was last week, I thought.
That's right.
2nd and 4 after the 6-yard run by Bookman. And Bookman gets it again, and again a host of white jerseys converge upon Bookman. Short gain, leave the Cougars with 3rd and short.
Great job by Brian Norr at the line of scrimmage. Taylor was there, Norr was there. forces a third down. Interesting
3rd and 2 for the Cougars.
Call here by the Cougars.
Not only is Florida State hanging around, Joe, they have taken the lead near the end of the first quarter, 17-14. A team that almost let Jacksonville State defeat them last week at home has gone into South Bend and looks like they have a first quarter lead.
That's why you tee it up, they tell me.
This is Bookman lowering his shoulder, and the Bulldog defense stands up, drops him for a loss.
Rogate on the play, bring up.
I believe that was Brian Knorr again, among others.
I'll tell you what, Marty, that is what you call strong defense right there. Knorr was there.
Might have even been Spencer Kishbaugh as well, Joe, number 14.
Excellent defense by the Bulldogs. Tried to go off that left side.
Russo on and a high snap. It's a BLB Auto Sales punt if he can get rid of it, and he won't, as he'll be dropped for a loss. Ben Knorr on the bad snap dropped Russo for a loss, and what a break. It won't go down as a turnover, but just as good for this Berwick football team.
Snap on the play was bad. Berwick takes
there you see Russo after trying to field it. Ben Knorr off the corner. Ben Knorr's had a big game for the Bulldogs, both sides of the ball. You mentioned that earlier.
So the Bulldogs will start the possession at the 15, which means they're in the Grand Central red zone. 1st and 10, Mason in the backfield with Knorr. Knorr keeps.
Knorr with the keeper.
Hunsinger grabbed him, but not before Knorr picked up 6 inside the 10 to the 9.
That was a good ball handling by Knorr. Good fake going right, and then he comes back to the left side. The offensive line did a nice job getting off the ball, maintaining blocks. So big first down play for the Bulldogs. Always looking for breaks, Marty. Special teams enters. We talked about it all the time.
2nd and 4 from the 9, play clock to 5. Knorr this time to the right side, cuts it back in the middle, leans forward, and he's in for a 2 Italian Guys Pizzeria. Bulldog touchdown, the 3rd of the night for Ben Knorr.
Ben Knorr again showing some good running ability to the right side. Again, offensive line doing a nice job maintaining their blocks. And the Bulldogs capitalize on the bad snap.
Looks after the trouble they had on the first point after, even though up 9, Coach DiFrancesco will elect to go for 2 and make it 11.
They tried to sprint and get the ball to Sheptok on the last 2-pointer. Let's see what he comes up with under center.
Sheptok goes in motion. Knorr keeps, and the Cougars stack up defensively, strip the football, but the point after no good. 5:49 left in the 3rd. Tribute to the late Eddie Van Halen. Cougars down 9.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill at Blaze Alexander Mazda of Greater Hazleton. We're taking advantage of 0% financing for 63 months on the 2020 Mazda CX-9. Also on the 2020 Mazda 3 all-wheel drive hatchback. Or come check out the new 2021 Mazda CX-30. And you wanted pre-owned cars? We've got the largest selection of pre-owned inventory in the area. Whether you're looking for a family car, a sports car, an SUV, a truck, we've got vehicles as low as $199 a month. So log on and check them all out at blazemazdahazelton.com. And don't forget, you always win in Hazleton.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment. Copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available. Free off-street parking and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
We welcome you back after the bad snap on special teams. Berwick with a short field, and they've made this a two-score game, leading it now 18-9. Hinkle on for the Barbush Automotive kickoff. Again, a squibbing kick. This time it'll be Casadas from the 16. He's across the 30, and then he got hit immediately at about the 32. Cougars will start there down 9.
Casadas did a nice job fielding that punt. Hinkle hit it, took a big bounce at the last minute. Hazleton offense, Marty Ben Noor, 9-yard run off the fake right side. Offensive line doing a nice job. Run failed on the PAT, 2 plays, 15 yards after the bad snap by the Cougars. Berwick builds an 18-9 lead.
We want to remind you, coming up at the end of tonight's game, Joe and I will select the Wire Guys player of the game. A lot of football left to go here. 5+ minutes left in the third. Warner faked to Bookman, lost the football. And did he get it back? I believe they're going to say it is second down. It looked like Bookman jumped on it. So, very sloppy start to the second half for Hazleton area.
Berwick had people up the field. Looked like Blockus was up the field, 54 for the Bulldogs on that. Right here you see it. And then ball on the ground.
Warner to pass, being pressured. Gets away from it, and he's going to run. Kellen Warner will get out to the 36-yard line, and it'll leave the Cougars with 3rd and 7.
Nice job by Warner. Couldn't find anybody, felt some pressure both sides, but he had an opening in the middle. So he took off and picked up some good yardage and forces a 3rd down for the Cougars.
On the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard, under 4.5 minutes remaining in the third, Berwick has led from the start, leading now 18-9. Cougars want to stay on the field offensively. They'll have to convert 3rd and 6. Warner throws, caught by Price. And Price in the Bulldog territory is brought down by Ben Noor, but not before he picks up a Sacco chiropractic. Cougar first down.
Christian Price, he found the gap in that defense, and Warner does a nice job finding him. Here you see it. Finally brought down by Ben Noor.
Under 4 minutes left in the third. Cougars down 9, 1st and 10 from the Berwick 45.
You could see Warner's progression. He's able to find people. He had a little bit of time there.
Casadas in motion to the top of your screen. Fake to Bookman. Looking for Shabani. Got him. He's going to go all the way. 45 yards for a 2. Italian guys. Pizzeria. Cougar touchdown.
Marty, Shamani has been one-on-one with Slabinski all night. He ran a post. Slabinski took a chance and tried to get in front. Missed it. And Shamani, with great concentration, makes the catch for the touchdown.
Russo on for the point after to make it a 2-point game, which could mean a field goal could give the Cougars the lead. If he converts here to make it 2. Warner on the hold. It is down. Kick is up, and it is good. 3:35 left in the third. The Cougars have made it a 2-point game.
CARES has immediate openings for life-sharing providers to mentor and provide care in their homes for an adult with intellectual disabilities.
Chris and I have known each other for 10 years, and it was suggested to us that we might want to try life sharing. We have done that, and it's worked well for us.
I like the experience LifeShare gives me and the companionship.
If you would like to learn more, call CARES at 866-CARES-VIP.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
In Hazleton, talk to State Farm agent Pete Keselica.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
Connor Shamani's first touchdown of the season has the Cougars within 2. Russo on for the Barbush Automotive kickoff. It'll be a deep kick that trip. Let's go into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So that's where Berwick
kick is down.
Will get it to start.
Zone.
1st and 10.
Berwick will take over on their own.
Marty, Hazleton area. The Cougars, Shamani on a 45-yard pass from Warner. Warner was 2 for 2. Did a great job, and there you see it. Slabinski looked like, well, I might be beat. Instead of running the route with the defender, with the wide receiver, and try to go through his outside shoulder, he never got there, but he was a little behind. Good throw by Warner. Russo with the kick. 4 plays, 67 yards. And great job by Warner. Makes 2 big throws on that touchdown drive.
So with 3:33 left in the third, Berwick gets it back up 2. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Knorr slings it out to Sheptalk. Connor Kundrat first there, and he's helped by a host of red jerseys to bring him down for a loss.
By a group of Cougars.
What they're trying to do is get Sheptalk one-on-one somewhere down the field. Well, Hazleton area is not giving them the chance. There you see Knorr, he makes the throw, but right there.
He's 2nd and 14 for the Bulldogs.
Kundrat was there first. You saw it there in the S.J. Kowalski replay, and then I believe Barrett finished it off.
Well, and again, Kundrat, not fake, didn't actually make the tackle, but he leveled Sheptalk off. 2-yard loss on that completed pass.
3 receivers set for the Bulldogs on 2nd and long. Sheptalk in motion. Knorr keeps. And he is going to be hauled down from behind after a short gain by Beaver.
Beaver did a nice job coming from the backside there.
Keeper by the quarterback once
Knorr
again.
picked up a couple, but
Beaver.
Here you see it. You're going to see right there, and Beaver's coming right there off the block. He plays off the block very well to bring Knorr down, forcing a 3rd and 10.
Surprised they gave him that spot, because that great replay on the S.J. Kowalski replay looked like Beaver got his knee down at about the 18, and they gave him that forward lean. So it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Knorr to pass. Being pressured. Gets away from it, but he gets about 5 or 6, and that'll be it. Cougar defense forces 4th down.
Good secondary coverage as Knorr was looking to throw the ball downfield. Again, here's the opportunity to use Sheptalk on a 5 to 10 yard crossing route or something. Try to dump him the ball and let him make some yardage with his speed. That didn't happen. Knorr tried to run it out of there. Hazleton, good stop, forcing the 4th down.
Sheptalk on for the BLB Auto Sales punt. Almost had it blocked. It's going to take a hop that's picked up by Bookman at the 34. Bookman cuts it inside and gets into Berwick territory before Taylor brings him down. Cougars start in Berwick territory, but there is a flag down at the Berwick 41.
There's a flag on the play.
Very, very poor flag there. I'm talking about the effort on the field. Don't know who committed it, but again.
Number 10. It's 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
Did he say a chop block, Joe?
I think so. I thought he was calling something else. Didn't see the chop block.
But this is a big penalty that'll march Hazleton area back.
Here you're going to see it right here as you come up the field.
Conduct against the Cougars will bring it back.
Don't see it.
Officially, they call it unsportsmanlike conduct. Jimmy's Quick Lunch, home of the Jimmy Dog, 123 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Stop and enjoy the best hot dog in Northeast PA. You can't come to Hazleton without stopping at Jimmy's Quick Lunch for the famous Jimmy Dog. Now celebrating 81 years at the same location, Jimmy's Quick Lunch. So the Cougars, looking like they'd start in Berwick territory, has it at their own 37, 1st and 10. Warner, play action, gets it off before he gets hit. Shamani made the catch. What an outstanding effort by Connor Shamani, all the way down to the Berwick 28 for a Sacco chiropractic first down.
I'm going to tell you something, Marty. Warner had some pressure here. He made a great throw. Shamani, again, one-on-one with Slavinsky, makes an excellent catch. That's where you call receiver concentration.
And we talked to Athletic Director Fred Barletta Jr. before tonight's game. He said Kellen Warner needed 110 yards. That pass for 35 puts him at 142. Unofficially, Kellen Warner has gone over 2,000 yards passing in his short career at quarterback for Hazleton area. Warner fakes and is hauled down. Lonzinski was not fooled in the least on the fake. And a big loss for this Berwick defense.
Matt Lonzinski, sophomore, does an excellent job on this. Right here, and now he tries to come out. He's coming off the corner.
And the quarter has come to an end through 3. Berwick 18, Hazleton area 16. You're watching live high school football on WILN. Fourth quarter action up next.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Welcome back to the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. Fourth quarter in this Saturday night special and quite a ball game. Cougars down 2, have 2nd and 16 from the Berwick 34. Looking for Bookman. He's trying to get an open space and he got hit hard.
Is complete to Matt
by
Bookman.
Sheptalk to bring him down.
Sean Sheptalk in on the tackle.
I'll tell you
for
what,
Berwick.
Kishbaugh, the defensive end, Spencer Kishbaugh, recognized it, tried to go up high. Warner does a nice job dropping the ball into the ball carrier, but Sean Sheptalk defensively, Berwick gets older. There you see Kishbaugh go down, and there you see Sheptalk and Taylor with the tackle, so forces a third down.
He picked up 7 on the play, so it makes it 3rd and 9 from the Berwick 27. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Shamani one-on-one at the top. Warner's going to go that way. Shamani went up and couldn't corral it.
On his pass,
Smith on the coverage, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Bringing up 4th down.
Good coverage. Shimani stopped right at the marker. The defender was also right there. Warner threw it a little high. We're going to have a 4th down, and obviously
a little bit too far, I think, for the field goal unit, because at this point you'd be talking 44 yards. So Coach Bookman will send out the offense on 4th and 9.
Don't be surprised if we see a Berwick timeout after a look at the formation. That's not going to happen. Tripp's right.
Price at the bottom of your screen. Warner looking down the middle for Magnus. Flags are down. We may get pass interference on the defense.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. Magnus didn't have
Pass
a chance to
interference
go
on
back
the
for
play
the ball.
against the Bulldogs.
S.J. Kowalski replay. There you see the throw across the middle. Hands on him while the ball's in the air. That's going to be called every time.
So by penalty, this should be a Sacco Chiropractic first down on the pass interference. And what it'll do, it'll set up the Cougars at the Berwick 13-yard line, which means they're in the Grand Central red zone. Over a minute gone in the 4th. Cougars down 2, 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 13. Bookman on the carry straight up the middle. Bookman is going to go! And for the first time tonight, the Cougars lead on the 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria touchdown!
They ran that little counter left side. Bookman found the crease. We talk about the crease often. Here you see it. They're great blocking up front. Great blocking up front.
For as many bodies as were there, Coach, you'll appreciate this as an old offensive lineman. For all the bodies that were there, I don't think Bookman was touched.
Found the crease. If you can find it, up the field, and Bookman quickly into the end zone.
Up 4. Want to make this a 6-point game. Coach Bookman is going to go for 2. 2 receivers to either side of Warner. Bookman in the backfield with him. Warner's going to Bookman. He got it for 2. 10:55 left in the 4th. As we mentioned, Cougars' first lead of the night, 24-18.
Is your checking account growing with you? Earn interest or cash back on your account. That's your Keystone Advantage. Free checking with no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and refundable ATM fees. Get great rates and enjoy convenient mobile services. Choose the perfect checking account that grows with you and your financial needs. You deserve more and will get more at First Keystone Community Bank. Visit us online for details or stop by one of our 18 convenient locations. Get the Keystone Advantage at First Keystone Community Bank.
If you're seeing this commercial and need internet or improved internet, there is a solution. It's the 21st century. Stop living in the past with slow speeds. Let us help you. Please call 570-453-2667, extension 1130. Please leave your name, phone number, and address. We'll confirm availability and be back in touch with you as soon as possible with a great solution to your slow internet.
Berwick led this game 12-0. Hazleton area has battled back to take their first lead of the night, 24-18. Russo lining up the Barbush Automotive kickoff.
Berwick's going to have to try to find something offensively that will work for them. They have struggled since the early touchdowns by Knorr.
Tripp took it at the 13, and he's hit in the open field by Dante Mattarella on special teams. Berwick will start at their own 27.
Marty Hazleton Bookman, last touchdown, 13-yard run. Bookman pass from Warner. As we look at the Tripp return, 4 plays, 63 yards. Warner to Shimani. 35-yard big play as the Bulldogs come out with 10:49 left. Fourth quarter, down by 6.
Want to remind you at the end of tonight's game, Joe and I will select the Wire Guys player of the game. 3 receivers set on first down. Nor Capes, Bugda, and Hunsinger bring him down for no gain.
Nor really doesn't have time. He's trying to ride Mason a little, then pull it and get it up the field. Not Hazleton area defensively now doing a nice job shadowing the quarterback. As he takes that ball out, they're right on him. Second and about 9.
Nor 12 carries, 102 yards, 3 touchdowns on the night. He's going to sling it out here to Mason. Mason trying to find room in the open field, will be hauled down by Max Barrett, but not before Mason gets a Bulldog. Sacco Chiropractic, first down.
Good call offensively. Here you see Nora come out after the fake, dumps it to Mason on the excellent job offensive lineman out blocking on that screen.
Bulldogs from their own 44-yard line.
Want to remind you, beginning Wednesday at 7, it's Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football. Coach Bookman will be talking about tonight's Berwick game, a look ahead to their final road game against Dallas, and a member of the football program will be a special guest. Starting Wednesday at 7 here on WILN at Sports Talk with Hazleton area head coach Dennis Bookman. Nor to pass, looking across the middle, he's got Taylor. Taylor in open field, trying to go down the sideline, being chased by Bookman. One man to beat, and Taylor's gonna go for a 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria, Bulldog, touchdown.
Let me ask you a question, Marty. How far was that pass? How long?
Maybe 10 yards?
10 to 15 yards. Throw it to your receiver. Let him get it up the field. Let the playmakers make a play, and that's exactly what happened. Taylor, with a nice catch at about 10 yards, takes it the rest of the way. Didn't take a long time to throw the ball. The offensive line did a nice job.
Tied at 24. Sorry, Joe. Hinkle on for the lead. Boone to hold. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 9:20 left in the fourth. Berwick back in front, 25-24.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
The Bulldogs answer the Cougar touchdown to regain the lead, 25-24. Hinkle on for the Barbush Automotive kickoff.
Taylor, 56 yards for the Bulldogs. We'll go over that after the kick.
This time a deep kick that Casadas will get at the 9. He's across the 20. Casadas across the 30. Across the 40, and he spins, and he'll be pushed out of bounds.
Matthew Casadas
in Berwick territory. What a return by Matthew Casadas.
Devin Smith.
Interesting that the Bulldogs decided to kick to Casadas, who's really done a nice job with returns this year. And here he goes to the middle field, breaks it to his left, finds a little lane, picks some good yardage.
First and 10 for the Cougars in
Berwick tailored the pass 56 yards, caught it about 8 yards. Hinkle with the PAT, 3 plays, 72 yards. Nor was 2 for 2 for 74 yards.
After the 42-yard return by Casadas, Bookman on first down will be brought down after a gain of maybe 2.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Plenty of time remaining, under 9 minutes left on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard in this 1-point game.
Aiden Mason in on the tackle. What helped with that pass, Marty, Berwick completed. Linebacker starting to hug the line of scrimmage for the Cougars.
Here's Bookman, and he'll be brought down by English, but not before he picks up a Sacco chiropractic first down.
Nice play, good blocking up front. Finds that lane on the right side, was able to take it up the field for the first down. Good turnout block on the end.
New set of downs from the Berwick 39. Warner looks left, pumps, he's under pressure, he's sacked. Hunter Maddle brought him down for a loss of about 9.
I don't know who was supposed to block, but let's look. Maddle gets up the field right now. Tried to go with that fake.
He's second and 19.
Big play defensively for the Bulldogs. Let's see about the isolation. One receiver. They're going to go trips right, bringing Price back to the left as a lone receiver.
Warner going to Casadas. He's got the first down and more. Inside the 30 to the 25. Smith on the tackle, but not before a Sacco chiropractic first down.
Casadas did a nice job breaking the rod off and coming underneath. Berwick looked like they were in maybe quarter, half. I'm not sure, but they had one defender, Devin Smith, right there, jumped on Casadas, but not before the first down.
It was a gain of 22 on the play. Warner to Casadas. Ball marked at the 26, first and 10. Price, the lone receiver to the bottom of your screen. Evan Matthews in motion. Flag is down. And I believe they're pointing toward Hazleton area. I didn't see what happened, but they're going to call a false start on the offense, making it first and 15.
Don't know whether they had a little movement from one of the wide receivers as the official marks off the 5-yard penalty.
Update from South Bend, the Fighting Irish have gotten the lead back and more. They now lead 28-17 in the last few minutes of the opening half. Here, Hazleton area looking to regain the lead, trailing by 1, have a first and 15 from the 31 of Berwick. Matthews in motion to the bottom of your screen. The give is to Bookman. Bookman leans forward, gets the penalty and a few more back as he gets inside the 25 to about the 23.
Mattarella with a great job on the corner, making a block right up. You're going to see it right there. That is a strong block by Mattarella. He's done that several times tonight, and it helps that play go. If you can turn the end out and you don't get any scrape, if you're inside offensive linemen are able to cut off the linebacker, that's going to open it up, so you're going to have to get some defensive support from somewhere.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 6. Mattarella goes in motion to the top of your screen. They give to Bookman as he follows Mattarella. And he's going to get a short gain as the Bulldog D stands him up, maybe a yard. 3rd and 5 coming up
Good job defensively.
And just to look ahead, Joe, as Russo practices on the sideline, from here, if the Cougars don't gain another yard, you're talking about a 38-yard attempt.
Brian Noren on his tackle. As we go to third down here, as you mentioned, Marty.
Four receiver set. On 3rd and 5, Warner looks left, throws to Price, complete. Price breaks a tackle, and English will sling him out of bounds, but not before Price with a critical Sacco chiropractic first down.
One of the pluses of that type of throw is you have one-on-one coverage. Warner makes the throw, Price turns. English with the tackle.
Cougars at the Grand Central Red Zone, 1st and 10 from the 12.
Not before. Price did a great job getting away from the first tackle.
Bookman is slung down by English inside the 10 to about the 7. Now, Hazleton area thrilled to let that clock to keep running here in the 4th.
Clock is either your friend or your enemy. For Hazleton right now, the clock is a friend of the Cougars.
You're Berwick, you have 3 timeouts remaining. Is there ever a point that maybe you consider using them defensively, seeing Hazleton take this clock down to nearly 3 minutes remaining?
There is a point. I think you get a stop here, maybe. You're looking at 3rd down, you might want to call a timeout. You have to take some chances defensively.
Quarterback draw, Warner inside the 5 to about the 3. It's going to depend on the spot, as Hazleton area could get a first down without scoring.
Ethan Hughes on the stop, looking at 3rd and short.
But the clock continuing to run. It'll be near 2 minutes if Hazleton area takes the play clock all the way down before they snap this 3rd and 1.
As I said, you have to maybe take some chances, bring a lot of pressure here. They only have to go a couple of yards to score that touchdown.
Mattarella gets to carry the push. No signal yet. Touchdown, Cougars! A 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria score, puts them back in front. Now up 5. Do you go for 2 again, Coach?
I would think so, yeah. I mean, 1's going to give you 6 points. You got to go for 2, I would think.
Coach Bookman discussing with assistant coach Jim Drumheller and Kellen Warner. I would think you may even want to take a timeout here to get your play set up.
Mattarella was hit by several players, does a great job of leaning and pushing to the end zone for the touchdown.
Play clock is down to 5. And Hazleton area will take a timeout before the 2-point conversion. We'll keep it here with 2:12 remaining as the Cougars once again have regained the lead and looking to make it a 7-point advantage. And Joe, for coming out, having to wait one night for this matchup, what a ball game.
Yeah, it's been a good ball game so far. Both teams have played well. Both teams have made some mistakes. Right now, the Bulldogs are thinking offensively. Number one, I hope we get a pretty decent return. So you figure with the kick, if you can get it to the 35 or out, mentally as coaches, you have to start thinking, what are we going to do offensively? How are we going to handle that? They have 3 timeouts. They're going to have 2 minutes on the clock, basically.
And after this timeout, Hazleton area is down to 1 here in the 4th. And I wonder what they're running here. Kellen Warner has come to the sideline. It looks like this is going to be a direct snap to Bookman. Bookman straight up the middle. They say no good. So with 2:12 remaining in the fourth, the Cougars lead is 5 at 30-25.
Berwick Bulldogs 25.
Yeah, it looks like we'll keep it here. I'd like to remind you that high school football, what are we doing?
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill, Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. You wanted pre-owned cars? We've got the largest selection of pre-owned inventory in the area. Whether you're looking for a family car, a sports car, an SUV, a truck, we've got vehicles as low as $199 a month. If you have good credit, bad credit, come see us. So whether you're looking for a car, a truck, or an SUV, come check out the Big Three on Route 93. And don't forget, you'll always win in Hazleton.
We got the Big Three on Route 93. I'm almost gonna wrap it, ha ha ha. But just forget this, you always win in Hazleton.
Hazleton area has regained the lead here in the fourth in the Lehigh Valley Health Network game of the week, leading 30-25. Russo on for a Barbush Automotive kickoff. 2:12 remaining here at Hartman Guy Stadium. Short kick that'll take a bounce and picked up by Tripp at the 15. Tripp trying to get across the field, gets brought down across the 25 to the 27. Berwick, 3 timeouts remaining, 2:05 on the clock. Get the ball back down 5.
If you're going to throw the ball, it's going to be short. Use the sideline if you can. They do have some timeouts, so doesn't eliminate the middle of the field. You can still use it. Might have to use a timeout. Hazleton area, Marty. They're going to lay back their ears and come after you. Before Berwick takes the ball, Mattarella, 3-yard touchdown. Run failed, 10 plays, 49 yards, set up by Casadas. Big kickoff return.
And don't forget that 2nd and 19 play that gained 22 yards. Kundrat hit Sheptalk immediately after the catch. It's going to leave the Bulldogs with about a 2nd and 4.
Talked about using that short pass. Now you also have the field here. If you can maybe get one-on-one coverage, Nor's going to have to make a very good throw here as you watch the replay on that throw.
Nor's pass tipped, incomplete. May have been Robles that batted it down.
As an offensive lineman with the short pass, you have to fire off the ball. You can't get downfield, but if you stand up, the defense is going to stand up. Knocked it down.
Hazleton area fans chanting defense. 3rd down and 4. Nor out of the gun. Nor keeps. Mattarella on the tackle, and he looks like he's about a yard shy of the 1st down.
Sets up a 4th and 1, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. They're calling his knee down.
Clock continues to run.
There you see the...
And as I say that, Joe, as we look at the S.J. Kowalski replay on the Mattarella tackle that dropped North shy of the 1st down, Berwick takes their first timeout. High school football on WILN is brought to you by First Keystone Community Bank, proud to support Berwick football and proud to be your local hometown bank for over 155 years. First Keystone Community Bank, banking built just for you. And by OIP's, the original Italian pizza and family restaurant, 2010 West Front Street in Berwick. Give them a call, 570-752-6070. for your curbside pickup. But hopefully you can do that once we get through this final minute 37.
Marty, here the first down. You need to get the first down. That's the first thought here. 4th and less than a yard. So you have 3 timeouts. You have 2 timeouts left. You have a minute 30 seconds.
Chance of defense. 4th down and 1. Trip. Fake going in motion. They give us to Mason. He's got the first down and more. Aiden Mason will be pushed out of bounds by Casadas, but not before he gets into Cougar territory with a Sacco chiropractic first down.
I thought Mason looked a little, maybe tweaked the hamstring earlier, but that time he showed a burst up the field. Berwick did an excellent job, Marty. Their offensive line staying within themselves and not jumping. There you see a good block on the corner. Excellent block. Bruce Hartman.
Gain of 22 on 4th and 1. Ball marked at the Cougar 42. Knorr keeps up the middle, and he is going to be hauled down after a short gain inside the 40 to the 38. Beaver on the tackle. Give him 4 on the play. Clock continues to run. As we mentioned, Berwick with 2 timeouts remaining.
Taking a lot of time here. You need to hustle. Sense of urgency. Get to the line of scrimmage.
They need a touchdown to take the lead. Field goal will not help them here. Last minute of play in the 4th quarter. Knorr looks left. Batted down. Was that Robles again? Oh, and a late flag by Harry Caskey. Will not sit well with the Hazleton area sideline. I think he's going to call roughing the passer.
Really, let's take a look at that, Marty. Knorr direct snap, drops back. His momentum now, ball was tipped.
Yep.
That's the key to that whole thing. The ball was tipped.
And I guess after discussion, he picked up the flag.
The motion, the man that blocked the pass, the motion brought him into the quarterback, but the tip was the important thing.
So it brings up 3rd down and 6 from the 38. 54.8 seconds remaining. Knorr gets away from a couple. Mattarella brings him down. Looks to be shy of the first. Berwick will take the timeout. Their second to stop the clock at 47.1 as the Mattarella tackle left Knorr a yard shy, maybe even half a yard shy. 4th down coming up for Berwick.
It's exactly the same distance of the last when Mason did a great job on the corner. So if you're Hazleton defensively, what are you thinking? Aiden Mason, maybe Knorr with the fake. If you're Berwick, what are you thinking? I need to get the first down. So I don't see a lot of room for a trick play or something. I think it's get the first down. We're still going to have 1 first down in 47 or 45 seconds.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be...
Hazleton area 30, Berwick 25 on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. 47.1 seconds remain, 4th and 1. We'll see these Bulldogs next Friday night against the Wilkes-Barre Area Wolfpack on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, week number 6. We'll be on the air from Berwick at 7 o'clock. Bulldogs, Wolfpack next Friday night, Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. But a big 4th and short for the Bulldogs. Again, it's Mason. Depends on forward progress, and I think forward progress got him 2 yards which gives them a Sacco chiropractic first down. Clock stops to move the chains.
That offensive line did just enough here with the block. There's a very good job. Ethan Hughes on the corner. Bulldogs. Clock running.
Nor to pass. Goes downfield. Tipped up in the air and incomplete. I believe Shamani tipped it. Bookman dove for it. There were a couple of white jerseys there. I think he was looking for Taylor.
I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd go back to that. Sure, here you see it. Not a strength of the Bulldogs trying to throw it downfield. He gets it up. Really, it's tossed up, and it's going to be a jump ball. I like the short ball. Try to hit Sheptock or Taylor on the short route and then get them up the field.
2nd and 10 from the Cougar 31. One timeout remaining for each team.
You have 3 downs here. You have 1 timeout. You have 25 seconds.
2 receivers to the top of your screen. Trip at the bottom, covered by Shamani. Nor going to the left down the sideline. Incomplete, out of bounds with Sheptock.
Third down coming up. Here you see Nor again. Snap. Center needs to get the snap up.
And you could see clearly Sheptock was out of bounds. Kundrat on the coverage.
Great catch by Sean, but out of bounds.
3rd and 10. 19.2 seconds. On the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard, Cougars up 5. Trip in motion. They give it to him. They give it back to Sheptock. It's fumbled. Loose. Who picked it up? Hazleton area has recovered. Johan Robles on the recovery. And it looks like the Cougars are 11.6 seconds away from their 3rd straight victory.
A little bit of an inside. I think what Sheptock was looking to do was maybe pitch it back to Nor.
Robles forced the fumble. Jim Burns said he recovered. What a great second half defensively by Johan Robles for Hazleton area.
I'll tell you what, Marty, there's no lack of effort or fight in either of these teams. They both went at it. Hazleton looks like they will come up with a big win.
Cougars took their last time out. Joe, let's promote next week because you know what? Week number 2, what a game between Hazleton area and Wilkes-Barre area. Tonight, what a ball game between Berwick, Hazleton area. Can we hope for the same next week as Wilkes-Barre area goes for Berwick's home opener at Crispin Field against the Bulldogs? We'd love to see another great one next week. Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, week number 6. Wolfpack Bulldogs from Berwick. Next Friday night, we're on the air at 7. Berwick will have a timeout remaining with 11.6 seconds left. Hazleton area will take a knee here. Warner takes the knee. Does Berwick take the timeout? It does not look like it. Hazleton area comes from behind on senior night to get a thrilling 30-25 victory over the Berwick Bulldogs. Johan Robles forced a fumble on 3rd down and 6 that he recovered to seal this Hazleton area victory.
Bulldogs trying to run something I believe that Sheptok was looking, because he looked like he had the ball as Robles come in a little bit away from his body. Looked like he wanted to get it back to Noor so Noor could throw it. Didn't happen. Robles made a good play in the recovery. Both sides did an excellent job. Cougars come away with the win. Coach Bookman has them on that winning track right now.
And as we've seen since the pandemic has hit, both teams stand at each hash mark and wish each other good luck. The coaches meet at midfield and wish each other good luck the rest of the way. Coach DiFrancesco lost 3 games last year, 2 of them to a very good Valley View team. Now at 1-3, and they got a tough task coming up in our game next week in the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week as Cerro Cinti's Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack come to town.
Yeah, Berwick's had a couple of things. They've had some players that have not been participating for various reasons. They have 27 people hit the injury bug, not making any excuses. I think they played with a lot of heart tonight. Benjamin Noor had a big night. Taylor had a big night. I thought Sean Sheptok did a good job. But Coach Buckman and the Cougars, all the credit in the world. They hung in there. They were behind several times. They came back, took advantage of what they had to, and came away with the win.
And the other thing that's gone against Berwick, this pandemic has affected them. They're only getting their first home game next week. So, and then they'll finish with 3 in a row at home. So this Berwick team, I think, is definitely a team to contend with. Hazleton area is now getting the attention of some teams out there as they've won their 3rd in a row and an impressive come-from-behind victory tonight over the Berwick Bulldogs. We are just about set to get a look at the Wire Guys player of the game. And, Joe, this was a total team effort by Hazleton area tonight. We found it very hard to pick one, but we went with Matthew Bookman, number 1.
I'll tell you what, he did a great job. Not only when the offensive line opens some room for him, but he picked up some very tough yards, I thought.
Matthew Bookman, 22 carries, 88 yards, and that touchdown you saw there, he had a reception for 7 yards. Played a nice game defensively, but he ran hard, and he picked up the slack in the running game. If you're just joining us, Kevin Molesky did not play in the second half. He got injured near the end of the second quarter, did not play at all in the second half, and Bookman picked up the tough running in that second half.
I think as we look to the future, to the next couple of games, Hazleton, keep that winning attitude, keep moving. Berwick has to find their identity offensively. They use that ball to Mason, running play, outside or off tackle. Noor's done a nice job with the faking. They need to work on maybe the passing game, using a little bit more of the shorter passing game. But the Bulldogs will see how they've improved over this week of practice next week when they face Wilkes-Barre area.
And I'm told we're going to get a look at the highlights from tonight's game. We start in the opening possession that Berwick would go 69 yards in 6 plays. Noor would go untouched from 37 yards out. Point after was no good. Berwick led 6-0. Second possession after the defense held on downs at the Cougar 46. Noor again would go from 46 yards out. 2-point try this time would be no good. And the Bulldogs would take a 12-0 lead. But after a fumble recovery by Ryan Matthews, Warner to Casadas from 19 yards out, Cougars were on the board. It was 12-7. Then the defense would step up. Sheptok trying to get out of his own end zone. Ryan Matthews and James Bugda would force him out of bounds. You see there the safety that made it 12-9 Berwick. And that was the way it stayed till halftime. And in the third, after a bad snap on special teams, short field, 15 yards, Noor would go from 9 yards out for his third score. Point after was no good, and it was 18-9 Berwick. But one of the big plays in this game, Warner from 45 yards out found Shamani for his first touchdown of the season. And the Cougars were within 2. It was 18-16. Heading to the fourth, and a back and forth. Our player of the game brought to you by the Wire Guys. Matthew Bookman would go from 13 yards out. Cougars would get their first lead of the night at 22-18. 2-point pass to Bookman made it 24-18. But Berwick would answer. Knorr to Taylor from 56 yards. It was only about a 10 to 15 yard pass, and Taylor did the rest. Put the Bulldogs in front, 25-24. But the Cougars would go on a 7+ minute drive that would be capped by Dante Mattarella. Set up by a 42-yard kickoff return by Matthew Casadas. 2-point conversion, no good. Cougars would take the lead 30-25, and here was the defensive play of the game. On 3rd and 6, Sheptok would have it stripped by Johan Robles, loose on the field, and eventually Robles would recover the fumble to seal the victory for Dennis Bookman. The first time in his career he goes over 500 at 3-2, and what a thriller, Joe. Come from behind fashion. Cougars win it 30-25.
Congratulations to Coach Bookman and the Cougars. They did a nice job, as I said, behind several times. Their offensive line, Bieber, had a great block on that touchdown run by Bookman. Berwick had Ethan Hughes with a good block on a touchdown run. So both teams are moving in the right direction, I think. Berwick, obviously, 1-3. They're not happy. Coach Bookman, after that Crestwood loss, has them on the right track.
Congratulations to Kellen Warner, went over 2,000 yards passing in his career tonight. 11 of 18, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Connor Shamani, 4 catches, 101 yards and a touchdown. Matthew Casadas, 4 catches, 45 yards and a touchdown, and the big 42-yard kickoff return to set up the winning drive. Christian Price, who had a big 3rd down conversion in that winning drive, 2 catches, 27 yards. And for Berwick, Ben Knorr played his tail off, 15 carries, 114 yards, 3 touchdowns running, 4 of 9, 74 yards passing, and a touchdown. Big night for Ben Knorr, and he played great defensively. Aiden Mason back from injury, as Coach mentioned, 10 carries, 52 yards, and he had a reception for 15. Hazleton area will play their final road game next Friday night at Dallas. For us, Coach, you get that home game we've been talking about. The Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, number 6, takes us to Berwick, which ironically turns out to be their home opener, as they'll play host to the Wilkes-Barre Area Wolfpack. Will be on the air next Friday night at 7. So thank you so much to our great production crew coming out on this Saturday night for this special of high school football. For our director, Barry J.S., for stats by Jim Burns, for Joe DeMelfi, I'm Marty Burns saying so long. The final score, Hazleton area 30, Berwick 25. This has been a WYLN Sports Special presentation. Have a great rest of your weekend, and good night from Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazleton.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.